Hello everyone, Zellerant here, and for today's video on Umamusume, we're going to be talking about the other upcoming Uma that is Special Week, the Summer Edition. Now, should be coming alongside Summer Maruzensky, which on this banner, Summer Maruzensky is going to be the primary Uma that most people are pulling for, but I thought I'd go ahead and go over Special Week, as she will be a useful Uma, and if you definitely get her, which I think a lot of people will end up getting her, whether they get Summer Maruzensky first, or they pull quite a bit and say get Summer Maruzensky after like 150, 160 pulls, if she's going to be worth it to do that additional 40 pulls to pity for her. And I think that may be worth it for the majority of people, as you've already probably have that 200 pulls saved up and planned for. And so let's just go ahead and take a look at her and see what actually makes her pretty decent and someone I'll be willing to pity for if I don't get her on my way to Summer Maruzensky. And so the first thing is, she's got the stat bonuses in stamina, power, and guts, so a little bit more spread out here. I do like that it has the power and stamina. Guts will get its value down the line, so definitely okay with that. And you're going to be able to get a lot of stamina and guts together, especially when you're doing those long races and you're hitting stamina, and it'll build up both of them a little bit more equally. Pretty good overall there. Not the best that I would say, but nothing too terrible. And then on aptitudes, we have pretty much the same thing as the normal Special Week. Turf A, medium and long A, but she can do miles as well, being C. Late and pace A's. Don't like to see multiple strategies having A's, but that's more just for parent building. It doesn't really hurt them ultimately when it comes to functioning as an ace. Then when we have the alt, and this one's a little bit tricky here because Game Tora, from what I understand, even on when you have it set to global, is not correct. Now I have both it set the Japanese on one and global on the other, so we can kind of see some other things here. But on global, it does mention it's a stamina skill, effectively. And so it works where she activates it after using 2 skills mid-race. She'll basically get the equivalent of a gold skill heal, which is very good, especially going into like a medium race. If you want to run her as a late surger, where you might be a little bit more pressed on your options when it comes to gold heals. Very, very good there. But it does show the target speed increase also on it. And from what I understand, this is not going to be included when she comes out. This is a buff she gets actually much later on. So do not go ahead and pull for pity for her expecting that. It is just a stamina recovery skill, but a very easy to activate one and a guaranteed activation. As long as you get 2 mid-race skills off, she will get this. And we kind of look at the conditionings, it's got to be in the mid-race phase, and then it does have some conditions about where she's located, so basically it says 2nd through 7th place, it looks, so 2nd through 7th place, it will activate. As a late surger, she should be there in pretty much every case. Very easy to get, and it covers 1. If you pair that with like Swinging Maestro, there you go, you're good to go on your gold heals. On her innate skills here, she's got Ramp Up, Position Pilfer, and Thunderbolt Step. All decent stuff, especially with medium with the Thunderbolt Step. But the biggest things is like Ramp Up, Position Pilfer, kind of helping her get in those positions. Also being mid-leg skills for your alt. He has a Sunny Days. Don't really need Guts at this point, but Guts will have its value in the future. And Sunny Days is going to be the more often one versus Rainy Days. Then you have Fast and Furious Gold and It's On. These are both also mid-race skills versus the late ones, like On Your Left and Furious Feet. Now, It's On is basically the gold version of Ramp Up, and then Fast and Furious, I believe, is Position Pilfers. Yeah. So basically the evolved version of or the upgraded version of those. Really, really good. I've used them, but they're definitely not as good as, say, what Grass Wonder has coming with On Your Left. Now, we are having the nice nature wit card that'll be dropping here by the end of the month. That one has On Your Left on it and is going to be an actual good card that even if you don't pull for it, you can borrow for to get On Your Left. And then you have like the Oguri Cap power card if you're needing the other one, Furious Feet. So you can build her just like all of your other late Umas. She just comes with these 2 instead of the other more important ones. But overall, pretty good, and she can be just as good on that aspect. And then when you go into her other stuff in here, Homestretch Haste, Corner Adept, Tokyo Race Course, and Nakayama Race Course. Nothing too crazy here, but this can kind of help you out when it comes to our long races when we have them. I believe we will be having Tokyo Race Course showing up for the next long. I believe it's Tokyo. No, it's Kyoto. There is eventually going to be a long race that is Tokyo, as well as Nakayama. So those can kind of help you out with stamina if it's those specific races. And then Fighter, which is kind of a gambly skill, as it can kind of trigger at any point. But she does have that. Now, she does get some buffs in the future on the Japanese version, but from what I understand, this is quite a ways away. I would not pulver her specifically because of what you see on here. One of the first ones, which I already mentioned, is going to be her getting that speed on top of the recovery, making it an even better, basically, gold heal, which is a big improvement for her. And then the other thing that I found on here that you don't see on the global is some changes here. So you can kind of see... oh, I forgot to mention she has Tail Held High as well. Tail Held High, very, very good mid-leg skill when you activate 3 skills. But on the Japanese version, of course, you have your Evolve skill she'll eventually get. Just more... she's very big about trying to push up in the middle leg. And so you're really going to want to tie skills when it comes to Excel that actually deals with her being more towards the front of your late surgers. So you have that. And then the big thing is a new secret event that she has added that adds in Slick Surge, which is a very good skill overall. And Slick Surge is built into the secret event that she does not have on the global side yet, which kind of sucks. Because this secret event is if you win all these races, which usually when you're doing an ace run, you're going to win most of your races because you're just pumping up those stats like crazy. She gets another bonus to 30 speed, 30 power. She gets Slick Surge hint 2 and Stamina Spare hint 2. Now, this is coming a lot later, but just some thoughts for if you do end up getting her, she is going to get better in the future with that. And that is pretty much it, a special week. Nothing too crazy. I mean, she's your typical, she fits right in with all your other late surgers. Nothing that really makes her stand out other than she has a heal recovery built into hers. So you can kind of think of her similar to Agnes Tachyon to a certain extent. Well, that's one kind of the negatives because everyone pretty much has Agnes Tachyon, and because of her being a 1-star, and she already pretty much has that her built-in heal, which is basically effectively the same thing, except it doesn't get it buffed. It doesn't get buffed in the future to have speed on it. And so, and then she also has a pace chasing built one in if you want to run her as a pace chaser. Well, special week, the summer version is more of your late surger type. She's wanting to be a late surger, even though she can be a pace. But yeah, that's pretty much it with special week. Just like with Summer Ruzensky, all of the negatives kind of apply in terms of future banners. We have the Rico banner coming up. So if you're carrying, if you're like, I want to skip Summer Ruzensky, but I really like, or I might want to pull for special week specifically, you still have that same that applies here. The Rico banner's coming up. Eventually the Kita-san Black rerun will come up like a month or so after that. And then we have like Christmas Ugly Cap. And then we have the Nice Nature Wit card, which is also a card that's good for your late surgers. And then also the fact that there's just alternate versions. Like I said, Agnes Tachyon, Grass Wonder's already good. Grass Wonder comes with on your left, so you don't have to borrow that Nice Nature. Or you have like Vodka, who has Furious Feet, and then you can borrow the Wit card to get on your left, which are the more important skills. But mid-leg's always important, so she's definitely one that's going to be able to get to the front of the late surger pack, which, as we've seen in the Cancer Cup, I don't know if anyone has seen within these runs, it seems like most of the time, I think more than half my races, the front of the late surger pack is 6th place, which is where Let's Pump Some Iron triggers. So, who knows, she could be just naturally very good because of that reason. She very easily can get herself in the 6th place. We'll have to see how well that would work, though, going into the Leo Cup, because I don't expect there to be as many front runners. On the miles, that's a little bit better, but I expect there to be less front runners. Maybe more pace chasers, though. I mean, maybe we make up for it with more pace chasers, where now she has a better potential to be in that 6th place to trigger it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I thought I'd just go ahead and talk about her a little bit. I know a lot of people are going to be pulling specifically for Summer Ruzensky, but a lot of us, myself included, will probably end up with Special Week, regardless of what happens for your Summer Ruzenskys, and that is pretty much her. I will be going over the support cards here next, but if you like my content, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, it really helps, and thanks for watching.